it's James Squib Jam here, and welcome back to another video. Yes, I am finally back from my 1 month hiatus of not recording. Although I know it's been closer, it's been a month and a half now, and I will explain everything that has been going on in this video. Now let's start off with the reason why I took the break in the first place. If you guys watched my update video, talking about me taking a break, I stated that I was going to be taking a 1 month break to get my work, my social, and my family and personal affairs in order. So that meant basically meant getting my life back on track. Because if you don't know, I have been stuck in this black hole of trail derailment. Every time something good happens in my life, something bad seems to happen, and it sets me. It's a 1 step forward, 2 steps back type of thing. I can't do one thing without something else happening that sets me back, like, far away. So I needed to take time off to get that stuff set. You know, like, I had to take some time off to get my shit back together and get my life back to the way it was 3 years ago. Now, see, that hasn't happened yet, obviously, considering I took half a month longer off than I wanted to. But I needed it. And my life still isn't completely in order. You guys could probably tell that. And I know that for a fact because it's my life. So, I'm still working on it. My life has just gotten so fucked to the point that it's going to take a little while to get my life back on track. And the sad thing is, this is all happening, and I'm not even 19 yet. I won't be 19 for another 2 months. So the fact that my life is this fucked already, and I'm not even out of my teens, says something. And it's not because I do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't even vape. I don't do that shit. I don't care about that shit. If you do that, I don't really have anything against you. Unless you're doing, like, hardcore drugs like cocaine, LSD, and all that bullshit. Stop. Just stop. You're going to end up killing yourselves. But if you smoke, I don't care. It's your body. You can do with your body what you want. Even to the people who do cocaine and LSD and all that shit, it's your body. You can do what you want. I don't condone it, and I would definitely recommend you stop and seek help as quickly as possible. But it's your body. You can do whatever you want. But I live by the same principle. But I don't do any of that stuff. My life is screwed up in a way that I think a lot of people's lives kind of get screwed up, like, to a certain extent, you know? It's kind of that type of screwed up where a major event in your life happens, whether it's good or bad, but then shit just kind of spirals out of control. You know, like, if something good happens and say something good happens and good things continue to come, or bad things happen, or a bad thing happens and all the bad stuff just keeps piling on and on and on. Or the exact opposite, something good happens and bad shit just keeps getting piled on, or something bad happens and good shit keeps getting piled back on. My instance is that something bad happened and bad shit just kept piling on and on. So I've been dealing with that for like 3 years now. And I finally decided, alright, enough is enough. You need to get your life back on track. You need to stop fucking around and get your shit together. And that's what I did that month and a half I took off. I did everything I did as much as I could. Not everything in my power. There's still some stuff I could do. But I did as much as I could to get my life back on track. And it's like I said, it's not completely on track yet. It's long from being completely on track. But the train has enough on the track to keep me going in a good direction. So that's where I've been for the past month and a half. And that got really morbid and really dark, but it's true. This is the type of stuff that you guys won't see from a lot of YouTubers. What I just said is, and I'm not even telling you guys the full truth, because I mean, most of it's personal, and even though, and being a YouTuber, I'm not, even if I had like 2 million subscribers, I'm not obliged. I don't feel like I'm obliged to tell you guys everything that happens in my personal life, because it's called a personal life for a reason. But what I said was good enough to give you guys an idea on why I needed that month and a half off. I could not say month and a half for the fucking life of me, but I finally said. I hit my microphone there too. I like just headbutted my microphone. But yeah, so thank you guys for sticking around for that month and a half. I know I kind of just stopped. I ran out of videos after the month, so you guys were kind of stuck with like this 3-week downtime. Actually, it's probably close to a month downtime now. So, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. And my last video, one of my last videos was an RPG reading, and I will continue. It was a several part reading, because it was a story straight out of a Deadlands book. So I will be continuing that. Hopefully finish it by the end of the month. Don't quote me on that. But I've also got a new series in the work, and I think I talked about this in my latest update, one of my last update videos. And if not, I'm talking about it here right now. I'm going to be starting 2 new series. I'm definitely going to be starting 1 new series, and the second one, I'll see where the first series takes me and if I can handle it. But the first new series is going to be a video game top 5 series. Now, I know you guys see that shit everywhere, like literally everywhere. You can type top 5 something into the search bar, like top 5 and then a random word or a random phrase or the entire script of the B movie, and it'll come up with the top 10, top 5 video. Especially with video games, there are plenty of those. Hell, I'm subscribed to some top 5 video game channels myself. But this is a great concept because I love video games. It's obvious. Everybody and their mother loves video games. If you're what people call a quote-unquote millennial, you love video games. So I'm thinking of starting that series up. It'll be great because they're not extremely complicated to edit, or like the hardest part is getting the footage for it. And I mean, even my first one that I've been working on right now it's taken me it took me 3 days. No, it took me a day and a half to 2 days to just get the footage set up how I wanted it. It took me like 3 hours to record the footage, to record the visual footage, and then it took me the rest of the day and a little bit into the next morning to put the footage together in the top 5 format. And then I still have yet to go through and record the rest of the audio. I've got 1 and 2 done. I've got those spaces filled out and recorded and everything. But I still have to record 3, 4, and 5. So that video is a work in progress. I mean, they're not hard to edit, but they are. They're not hard. They're just long. You know, it's more of an elongating and tedious process to edit and create the videos than it is to actually edit them. You know, that was kind of contradictory. It's hard to actually create the video say get like I said, get the footage and the audio and everything. It's more tedious to do that than it is to actually edit it. Because once you get all of the footage and the audio and everything, you just have to put it together in like the top 5 format. Whichever top 5 format you prefer, 1 to 5 or 5 to 1. I'm gonna be doing 5 to 1. But so I've been working on that. And my other one was this video game logic type series where I would just record a bunch of random gameplay, throw it into the video, and then start talking about the game and do the whole thing where it's like when you start talking about a point, it cuts to some footage from that and all that. I've been thinking about doing that. I mean, I have actually recorded some audio for some visual for it. I've got some clips from the game, from the first one I want to do, which is going to be Fallout 4. I got some footage for that already started and saved. I just haven't done anything else with it because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, and I kind of wanted to put in. I was focusing more on getting my life back in order for that month. But the biggest news probably is that because I'm gonna be posting this video like right after cause it's not gonna take long to edit this video. It's a goddamn update video. Like I just need to put some sort of background in it, like a picture or I don't know, gameplay of some sort. I don't know. But yeah, it's the biggest news that I think I've ever had since I changed up the format of my channel. And that is, I am announcing it right here, right now, officially, starting on September 20th, 2017, the first episode of my role-playing podcast will be uploaded to Buzzsprout. Now, if you guys don't know what Buzzsprout is, it's basically a website that allows people to. It's a website that allows you to upload your podcast for free, as long as you're within a certain amount. But as long as you have used a certain amount of time that you're given. For people who use it for free, you get 2 hours of podcast time in general. So if you do that, if you are interested in starting your own podcast, I recommend this. And do the free one first, just so that way you can kind of get used to it and whatnot. And if you're going to do the free one, like I said, you only get 2 hours max and for the entire month for your podcast. So I'd only recommend either doing 2 podcasts a month, one podcast every other week and have it be an hour, or do 30-minute podcasts that way you have one coming out a week, because every month your time goes back over. But you can also pay for higher ones. If you pay $12 a month, you get 3 hours. If you pay, I believe it is, I want to say $15 or $24, no, $18, you get 6 hours a month. And if you pay $24 a month, you get 12 hours a month. So it's basically if you want to do these really long podcasts, because you really only need to have a podcast once a week, in my opinion. So if you want to do a podcast once a week, I would just recommend doing a 30-minute podcast and using the free one. I personally am getting I'm personally paying to get the 3 hours a month, just so that way I can have that sort of, because if you guys don't know, I've done podcasts in the past. I've tried doing podcasts in the past, and it's complicated, but I know what I'm doing, so I'm paying to get 3 hours a week, just so that way mine can span a little bit longer. I plan on doing 20 to 30 minute podcasts, and the reason I got the 3 hour podcast payment is just in case I have a podcast that goes over 30 minutes. Say I've got a guest on, they're talking about something, and it's interesting, I don't want to cut them off, so we have to end the podcast. I'll have an extra hour of wiggle room to be able to extend it. So, and hopefully, if enough of you guys like this and check it out, I'm going to try and get better software for my podcast, and then I will then try and get it to more typical places where more people will probably see it, like iTunes. I think Spotify has podcasts. There's a whole bunch of websites that I can post my podcast on. So if you guys are interested, go check it out. Link in the description below. But yeah, I'm really excited for this podcast. And it's, like I said, it's going to be mainly role-playing related. I'm going to try and get some guests on as much as possible to talk about their role-playing experiences and just generally what they think's going on in the role-playing world. We'll probably talk about some board game releases, some video game releases, and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's a massive announcement, and I'm really excited to try this, to get this started. I'm hoping you guys do go check it out and you do enjoy it. Like I said, the first episode will be up 20 September 2017, which is tomorrow on the day I'm posting this, because this video will be posted on the 19th of September. So, the day I'm posting this tomorrow will be when the first episode of the podcast goes up. And it's not even really an episode, it's more of an introduction and what my podcast is going to be about. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this long-ass 16, 17-minute video where I rambled, I repeated myself, said the same exact thing in different ways, constantly. Started running out of breath because my throat is extremely dry and I can't drink right now because I'm speaking really fast. And oh my god, it's a yawn! Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is, as always, Cool Man Pajama. Be sure to check the podcast in the link in the description below. Also, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think that's it. Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is, as always, Cool Man Pajama. And I will see you guys later. Stay cool, Jammas. See ya!